I'm May Swanlim. I'm a multidisciplinary artist. So I guess the inspiration or the impetus for why I create is, it's a form of therapy. It's a way to make sense of the world. It's a way to, to make something with your hands that you can have control over, mold, fashion. There's a huge sense of empowerment in that. That all these other things can be happening in the world, but with art you can just zone in, use it as a therapy, express yourself, and just find it as a place for relaxation, reflection, meditation. So multidisciplinary, there's a few things to cover. So I'll start off with sound and music. I started off sampling and singing and recording myself in my bedroom. And then that led to performance in the local Perth music scene, where I met an amazing bunch of artists, musicians, and we're so lucky to have a very rich music community here. From that I started making soundscapes, and then I was asked to perform at Proximity Festival, and that was a new step into performance outside of the gig space. And that was taking people through a sensory experience to experience the wetlands of Perth before, all the built environment and colonisation. So through that avenue, through this new way of performing, I guess I started making things. I started weaving, I started doing paper cuts, and I studied art at Curtin University and at Edith Cowan. So my whole life I've really experimented with a lot of different mediums, because I feel like when you get hold of a new material, there's so many new avenues for you to try, and that material will inspire you to create something. The material has an energy of its own. The art form has an energy of its own. And I've always been really DIY, so everything I do, I want to be able to do it myself. I want to learn how to do things myself. So, I taught myself music production, getting tips and things off friends in the local music community. And that sense of learning on my own is really important, but also studying it at university, formalizes your artistic experience and your skills. So my career highlight, I think, it's definitely having a sound work of mine being played at the Art Gallery of WA. So this was directly after Proximity Festival, after I did the performance of leading people through the sensory experience of the wetland. And the staff at AGWA were really enjoyed the piece. So they actually invited me to come back and to make a sound work and to play it in this new stairwell. So me and this wetland specialist, Jacqueline Giles, I think she's a doctor now, she studied long-necked turtles and she recorded them as well. So I learned some sounds from her, and we made a work about the different levels in a wetland. So at the bottom of the staircase, you've kind of got these rumbling low sounds. The next part up, you can hear the turtles. Then you go up a bit more, and then you can hear the bugs in the water. So things like boatmen, they make these noises. And then you go up, and then you hear the water lapping. And then you come up to the surface, and that's where you hear the birds, and then the above life and this ecosystem above the water. And that was really fun to do, and I learned so much from Jacqueline. So really take it seriously and treasure any sort of talents or skills that you have, that you possess. Really see what they're worth and make time for them. So I'm a new mum. I've got a baby who's 8 months old now, and just recently I've started to block out Mondays for my art practice. And so my husband will look after Eka. I'll still breastfeed him and put him down for naps, but Monday is my sacred day. And that period of time is so important, not just for the art practice, but for my mental health and for a chance to like dream, explore, create, mull over things, do everything, do nothing, it doesn't matter. Like just really appreciate the gifts that you have and set time aside for that art practice, because you will really be like rewarded if you put the effort in and treat it like something really special.